I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar, superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar, superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar, superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar, superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar, superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar, superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar, superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar, superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. I'm your host, Stan Long, along with the lovely Terry T. Great show today, you guys. We got a great show for you guys. Thank everybody in the DMV at the sound of my voice for tuning in to Spotlight Over the City. We really appreciate you guys.
That's right.
Man, that's how it's supposed to look. Okay.
We gonna fix it because we usually get all of this in there.
We ain't got it going on. But anyway, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in to Spotlight Over the City. We thank you guys so much. Our show is definitely going to be fire today. T-Bomb got some bomb news for y'all. We got some singing and some this and that. We got some amazing guests. We got a whole bunch of stuff. You know how Spotlight rocks. So shout out to L.A. Y'all like my Crenshaw by Nature?
Crenshaw by Nature. I like it.
This show is dedicated to none other than John Lewis. We want to make sure that we dedicate this show to him. This man did some amazing things, paved the way. He was an activist. He was very active, actually, and was injured, as we all know, in activism. And all the way from the 60s till now, he's been live. And so RIP to him and condolences to the family, and we have lost a great one. So we'll dedicate this whole show to you.
That's right. That is right.
Let's keep it moving.
All right. Keep it moving. We have an awesome show today. We have got all the way from the West Coast, Dave and the Family Hustle joining us today around about the 7:30 time mark. I cannot wait for you all to be introduced to this young man. We've also got a dynamic film director. We have been around this young man for a couple of their films, and he is affiliated with our girl Tressa Oswell. She's really family. So we're going to welcome Ibrahim Yella to the show. We call him Ham.
Shout out Ham. Let's do it.
And we have a Grammy-nominated songwriter, Mr. Alvin Garrett, will be closing the show today because he's also an artist himself. So he's got a really great story.
Great story, great guest, great artist, great everything, great platform. God is great. Let's rock.
I'm looking forward to it.
Going on today.
So it's now time for that Name That Song. And last time you went first, and they guessed your song. Would you like for that to go
down? Is what I'm saying. I'm trying to get y'all to be more into the music a little bit, like, you know what I mean? Trying to stretch them a little bit.
Okay. Would you like to do it again since they guessed your song by you going first last time? Would you like to go first again?
All right. Well, that's cool.
Okay. What you got?
I gotta get ready now. This,
see,
the voice that make them moist. Y'all ladies tune in now. Get your panties together. Hold your bra.
Get your panties together.
Don't get too
Hold
excited.
your bra.
I'm used to women throwing their panties on stage, Terry, when I be performing. That's all I'm trying to say. IG fans, don't throw your panties. Hold your bra. Keep it locked.
I'm going to save my comment.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just getting in.
Okay, that's it. That's it. You'd only do that part, y'all. So
knock, knock, knock.
That's
in a voice sweet and low.
That's it. That's
Who
it.
is it?
They,
She opens up the door and
that's not the way the song goes. I mean, the game.
Never once does she raise her voice. She says,
Okay, can we go to
Are you
want
hungry? Me? Did you eat yet? It's a thin line.
It really is, though. So it's no guessing, and that's what I mean, babe. You take the fun out of the game because it's no guessing. You just sang the whole thing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That was part of the song.
So it's no need to guess Stan's song because you don't.
Listen, Terry. I'm the voice to make a moist. They panties. Here come panties. Put your panties back. Put them panties down. Okay, cause the panties. Okay, panties.
Let me tell you something.
Hold your drawers. The voice to make them moist. Hold your drawers. Terry get mad. That's the thing. I had to stop her from coming to my show.
I'm getting annoyed.
She get in the car beefing because drawers was in my backpack, and it was because I picked them up. And Terry, why you got them drawers in your backpack? Because the girl thought they panties. The voice make them moist. Now do your thing. I'm going to fall back and cheer for you, hopefully.
It doesn't matter because the damn game is over. There's no guessing because you you sang the whole song.
No.
Who doesn't know? If you sing a whole song.
They don't know the song. Don't tell them. Don't say nothing. Let them. What's the name of the song, y'all? What's the name of the song, y'all? Yes, it is.
Anyway, so
it's hard for me to hold it. You know what I'm saying?
Babe, but you gotta play the song right. It's like you just take over, and this is airtime, wasted airtime.
Wasted.
Yes, that's wasted damn airtime.
So, like I just said, Terry, when the voice make people moist, sometimes it take a little extra time. A lot of times we had to.
That's not how you play the game. Here's how you play the game. Here's my song. I don't care if he's young or old, just make him beautiful.
Woo! Woo! Yeah.
So that's all you're supposed to do.
That was amazing.
And then you let them guess what song is that she's singing.
So you didn't like?
Do you know that song
what I just did?
that I just sang? Stan, do you?
No.
I don't care if he's young or old, just make him beautiful. Yeah. I just want someone I can hold on to.
Melba Moore.
I want. Okay. What's my song, y'all?
Melba Moore.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So anyway, let's keep it moving. We've got some spotlight. Let's keep it going. We got some spotlight news for y'all. Yes, we do. You like that?
Did y'all like that voice I put on there?
No.
Because I've been holding back a lot of times. I don't let it all the way through. Let it go like that. But this day, I did.
Y'all give Stan thumbs up or thumbs down if y'all like that.
Hey, give me some hot thumbs.
And give him a thumbs up.
Don't worry about her opinion.
If your panties got moist, give him some thumbs up. I won't get mad.
That's
I promise.
Put your hearts up there. Them your panties.
I won't get mad. That's right.
Control your panties.
I sure can. That's right.
Throw your panties up here if you want to.
That's right.
That's our business.
That's right, y'all.
I'm a singer.
Throw them.
Yeah, throw them drawers.
Spotlight News is sponsored by Umbrella Therapeutic Services and Shea Butter. Umbrella.
Let me tell y'all something right now. This right here, this is very important. This segment, it's people going mad out in the street. Like, I'm seeing road rage. I'm seeing all kind of crazy stuff. I saw somebody sitting on the edge of the bridge. What was that? Day before yesterday? And the police was everywhere. He was with me. And so this type of
wasn't me.
It was you. So this type of stuff that I'm saying is going on. So when I say Umbrella Therapeutic Services is serious business, shout out to my man Wes Jones over there, the CEO. This is very important. So I want people to understand that if you feel crunched, like a lot of times people don't want to admit it or they don't feel like, they're embarrassed, call that number, get you some help. Don't worry about what people think. It's all about your mental tune-up. It's all about you getting mentally sound. It's not about what they think.
That's right.
I'm sorry. Umbrella
Therapeutic Services is DC's most reliable and trusted behavioral health organization. They provide community support, medication management, and therapy for individuals and groups. Any DC resident ages 5 and up are eligible for their services, and you can reach Umbrella by contacting them at 1-888-793-4357. Again, that number is 1-888-793-4357. And on to Shea Butter Like Whoa. Shea Butter Like Whoa provides gentle, natural skincare products that are 100% non-toxic. And guess what else? When you go online to www.sheabutterlikewhoa.com, www.sheabutterlikewhoa.com, and you place your order, and the what is it, like coupon section or something like that? What does it say? Like a special code, discount code?
What's the code?
Promo code. Put in SPOT 20, spot 20, spot 20, spot 20.
Spotlight.
And you get 12% off your total order because you are a member of the Spotlight family. So make sure you use your discount and order your Shea Butter Like Whoa products today.
Shea Butter Like Whoa.
All right.
And it's also for men as well, word on the street.
It is, and they're very, very good products. Yeah. I stamp them. I use them at home.
So, man, I know sometimes we don't naturally want to go and get those type of products, but if you're rubbing up on your woman and you all crusty and rusty and tearing up the sheets, this is the sign that you know when it's time to do something. If your feet drag the covers and it's just get attached to your feet.
How do you know about it so well?
Then it means it's time to go get some Shea Butter Like Whoa and get them crusty-ass feet together.
How you know what it does, though?
Because I did that when I stroked it on you one day.
Yes, okay. I just wanted you to admit it.
And you got all in your little feelings and started talking wild. So I said, okay, I guess I'm supposed to do something.
Yeah, get you some, y'all. And use the discount. Why not use the discount? SPOT
Spot 20, baby.
Spot 20, baby. All right, moving on. Jeff Bezos' wife, you the new MVP girl, MacKenzie Scott, just pledged to donate $40 million to Howard University, which is the largest donation from a single donor in the school's 153-year history. They've never gotten that type of donation ever.
I love it. I love it.
She's taking Jeff's money and putting it to good use.
But so does Jeff. So to his credit, he does a lot of great things with his money. But this one right here is near and dear. That's the home team.
That's
shout
right.
out to Howard and everybody. HU, you know. So shout out to HU and that whole alumni. But that's a great, great, great look. Bill Cosby gave 20 though. I give him that. He gave 20 million back in the day. He did that. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't forget.
Well, so kudos to you, MacKenzie. I like that. The never-ending drama with Kanye. It never ends. Kim went to visit him on the Wyoming ranch, and reports say it was not a good visit. Kim returned to L.A. without her husband, who, allegedly he has bipolar disorder, and he's been in the media the past several weeks for numerous weird incidences. And he recently told the media who he let come to his Wyoming ranch. I was surprised at that. He wanted them to come, so he said, I plan to control the narrative. He didn't say anything more. He just said, I intend to control the narrative, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
Kanye
confused me a lot, so I don't be knowing what to say.
That's what I say. We just got to see.
So, I mean, it depends on what Kanye, like the bipolar thing got me thrown off a little bit. So, do you want a bipolar president?
He could never win president. Nobody. He's not. He can't win. He's just a distraction.
So, Kanye or Trump? What'd you say?
I would take Kanye over Trump.
Kanye over Trump?
Who y'all taking
Kanye
over?
Don't know politics.
If those are your only two choices,
Kanye and Trump. Everybody else passed out and fell down. And
that's right.
Run.
You have no other
so
option.
Now what
you gonna
Kanye
do?
Or Trump, y'all? What we doing? Kanye or Trump? Facebook, IG.
Yeah,
Kanye
Facebook, IG.
Facebook. What we doing?
Kanye or Trump?
So we for the home team, and we gonna go with the bipolar, or we gonna go with the already super bipolar?
I'm taking bipolar all day. Trump is bipolar too.
Well, Trump is bipolar with a wig. And so I'm thinking if you can be bipolar with a wig and change colors daily, then we could have somebody else.
Yeah.
He's like 3 different
If those
colors.
are my only two choices, I'm taking Kanye. So that's that.
Well, shout out to Trump Suge. Trump Suge tough now. Trump Suge tough. You hear me?
Yeah, he's something.
I'm gonna tell you something. He's super gangster now.
He is something else. I must say, he is something.
Like Trump Suge.
Yeah.
He goes super hard. They scared of him too. They super scared of him.
Rest in peace to Malik B, the co-founder of The Roots. He passed away yesterday at the age of 47.
Man, I didn't even know
Cause of death for him is unknown. So R.I.P. to you, Malik B.
Yeah,
and also rest in peace to Regis Philbin, who passed away last week at the age of 88 from natural causes.
He look good for age. I didn't know that Regis was that old.
Yeah, Regis is the man.
Regis was the man.
He
media. Definitely was. So R.I.P. to Regis and condolences to his family.
That's right.
He did one of the longest stints in show business, period, right? I think he was one of the longest people.
Regis, he held it down for years and years and years. He's a man. Prayers are still going out to Tamar Braxton. Get well soon. She allegedly tried to commit suicide. About 2 weeks ago, her boyfriend David called 911. He's a weirdo anyway. It's a whole lot of different stories coming out about him. But he was a weirdo. Even I'm like, where the hell she get him from?
Super ass goofy.
She just wants somebody, I guess. Like, Tamar had written some kind of note though to WeTV that exploited her in ways that kind of like broke her down. This is all, what's been in the news. And she allegedly was molested by family members on both sides. And that's what kind of broke her down because they brought that out, exposed it.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, so prayers out to Tamar and the family. And I hope that she gets herself together and snaps back.
But reality TV does this. Like, this is what reality TV thrives off of. They try to expose some of your weaknesses so that you can, it becomes media. Like now, this is a big deal, right? This is a huge deal at the expense of Tamar.
Yeah,
it's
no.
at the expense of her. So this is what kind of happens in this situation. But I hope that she comes through and becomes better.
Me too.
Don't find herself in a similar situation in the
So
future.
get well soon,
So let this
Tamar.
be a lesson to you guys. Sometimes you ask for things that you get and don't want. Like, not just for her. A lot of us want to do things and get into certain positions, and then when we get there, we realize it's not what you thought. And so Hollywood is not what you what you think it is.
What it's all cracked up to be.
It's not all what you think it's cracked up to be. Just trust me on that one.
Yep.
And if you're not strong, you will crumble.
Glory holes. Okay. Do you know what a glory hole is?
A glory hole?
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay, well, the CDC in Canada just approved the use of glory holes, and they're saying that the Canadians should be using glory holes to have safe COVID sex.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I saw this on YouTube or something
so
one
wait.
day.
And they say...
you stick your penis in this hole.
Yeah.
And they play with your balls on the...
No.
They juggle your balls through the hole.
No,
Yes,
they don't juggle the balls through the hole.
juggle your balls.
The woman is on the other side of the hole.
And play with your balls.
But no.
She's a juggler.
That's how they have safe COVID sex. So you're not your bodies aren't touching.
No,
Just
no.
the penis goes through the hole and the vagina is on the other side. But what if the penis don't reach over? Is the problem? Wait. That's what I'm like. Wait.
Back up. But that's not the problem.
Okay, wait.
The problem is, how do we know who on the other side?
Well, you prearrange that. You see, so you be kissing and stuff. You be kissing and stuff first, and then
that's alleged.
You kissing stuff and stuff. You get like all heated, and then you go to be like, all right, meet me on the other side.
And then you run to the hole.
Then you run to the glory hole. Yeah, and they say you should wear a face mask.
A face
if you don't know, if you no, stop laughing. Seriously, like this is from the CDC now.
They
saying that. Listen, they saying that you
dumb as hell.
Okay, you have to wash
go first.
You have to wash your body
Dummies.
before and after sex. You have to wash your sex toys. Don't share them. You
can bring sex toys.
This is
a full-out orgy at the glory hole. Shit.
And if you're not using a glory hole, you have to wear a face mask during sex because the heavy breathing can disperse droplets.
And droplets get on you.
Yeah. Okay. So you got to choose positions that limit face-to-face contact.
From droplets.
Yeah. So just want y'all to know up there in Canada, that's how they get down.
They got
glory holes. Yeah.
So
like I say, I just be concerned for some of y'all women in Canada. Some of those people might not reach the other side. I'm just telling y'all. So
now what? Yeah. So now never mind.
I don't know.
Like I say, the picture ain't gonna be good enough. I need to know. You got to know who you putting in the hole. Like, you got to know.
You're going to meet up. You meet up.
Oh, you meet up.
And then you get hot and heavy, and then you go over to the glory hole. Yes.
No, that's the dumbest ass thing I've ever seen.
Okay, Spotlight Sports. Hey, y'all, the NBA returns tonight. The NBA returns tonight, y'all. They got 2 games tonight, but they're playing inside of what we call the NBA bubble. Right?
You serious?
Yeah, the NBA bubble consists of 22 teams. They have been quarantined out at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex at Walt Disney World's Sports, resort in Orlando. And the players are not allowed to leave the complex. They must be tested often. And so far, over 300 players are there and have been there with no positive COVID tests. So let the games begin. They start tonight.
So they put them in a bubble.
Yeah, so they're all on this like a ranch over there in Disney, and they can't leave. They can't even go pick up carry-out food. They have to eat because you cannot expose yourself to COVID. Because now that they're all cool, then none of them have tested positive. They can't go out.
I mean, is it worth it? At the end of the day, I guess you have to ask yourself, how
it's worth it to them. They got over 300 players that's willing to do it.
Okay, so you can't go home to your family till after the season?
Well, the season is going to be short. This is just the playoffs. It's not all teams. It's 22 teams that had a certain amount of wins at the end of, when COVID started.
I got you.
So this is like the playoffs.
I got you. So they're just going to go from there.
Yep.
I got you.
Yep. So tonight, some NBA action. The Major League Baseball has not been as fortunate, though. They had to postpone several games due to several players on the Florida Marlins team testing positive for COVID. I don't know how this is going to work. If they have to do this again, I think that they'll end the league. I think they'll end the season and just say forget it.
So I was wondering, how did about 11 or 15 of those players test? Like, what happened to all of those players that one team got almost 15 players tested positive,
Yeah.
and everybody else may not have none. So what happened?
I don't know.
So anyway, it is going to, disrupt the league because a lot of people are afraid now to play. The Nationals were scheduled. Shout out to the Nationals and their fans. They were scheduled to go down to play the Mariners, and that got canceled, of course, because you can't play a COVID team. So now what? Now their schedule is offset because now what do they do?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
looking
don't
stupid already.
Russell Wilson is not only the highest paid quarterback in the league now after signing a 10-year, $503 million contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's now part owner of the Kansas City Royals baseball team. Shout out to you, Russell Wilson.
I like it.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah,
do
I like it a lot.
Question of the week. We've got about 7 minutes, honey. What was one of the most, okay, let me explain to you all what the question of the week is.
What does that mean?
We get people who send us inbox messages because we talk about relationships a lot. So we've been picking the questions. We have tons of them, so we'll have questions for the rest of this year. But we just pick one every week. And if you want to send us a question to me and Stan and ask us anything, it could be about us, it could be about your life, and you just want advice, whatever it is, we're here for it. So every Thursday, we're going to pick a question. Here's this week's question. Talking to me and you.
What's mine?
What was one of the most challenging things you faced with blending your families together? What was one of the most challenging things that we faced with blending our family?
The children in itself. The way you raise children versus the way I raise children. That was tough. I'm a disciplinarian. You're a non-disciplinarian. You spoil your children all to be damned. I don't believe in spoiling children. I believe in whooping ass. You don't believe in whooping ass. Like that kind of stuff.
I whooped my kids.
You did not ever.
Yes, I did. They they remember.
You know that's true. You know,
like once or twice.
Well, the people asked the question.
Yeah, and
the question is,
what was that was very difficult.
That was difficult because I don't believe in putting my hands on other people's children either. And so if you can't get the parent that's the parent to do it, and then you're kind of handicapped. And so that became tough. But once you gain the respect of the children, I think it becomes a lot easier because discipline is no longer necessary.
Well, I mean, one of the things, I mean, for us personally, when Stan came into my life, my daughters were grown, so they weren't like spanked their ass age anyway. So it was no like, we didn't have that component in our situation. And honestly, our son, David, he's almost grown too.
No, he's not. He's 12.
He's 12.
It's not almost that.
He's 12.
What are you talking about,
He is 12.
He's 12 years old. And so your other kids were in like early 20s, this and that, but they still were cut. They was.
It was very difficult.
Your children to the point where your children didn't really see fit to listen to what you talking about.
So that was very difficult to blend that, to merge all of that. But I do believe that we have successfully come out on the other side. The children have their own relationship with Stan. All three of them have their own personal relationship with him. And again, it to God's glory, because I don't think we could have done it without God's involvement and some of the things that it was difficult for me because, I had to be the person behind the scenes orchestrating things and taking hits from both sides to protect him. Because you got to protect your man, but you got to protect your kids too. So it's a hard balance. And anyone else in that situation, I welcome your feedback and your comments and how you did it. But I'm just saying kudos to you for hanging in there. And again, we're on the other side of it, and it's been a beautiful thing. So
yeah, I think it takes two people that honestly want to really make it work. So you really have to work together on it. Like you can't, because kids will play they'll play good cop, bad cop on you. Like they'll two-side you. Double side you. They'll play you, double back on you. So you have to make sure the parents are on one accord. That's the main thing.
Very true. Very true. Great question. I love that. I'm going to go on here on Facebook because someone did say for your song, Stan, New Birth. I don't think New Birth sings that song. I know what the name of the song is. Do you know who sang it?
Once I go to a commercial, I'll say.
Okay.
I don't want to.
And Sean Jackson, you guessed my song. It was Diana Ross. It's I Want Muscles. Yes, yes, yes.
That's what that was?
Yes. I want muscles. You remember that song?
I do, but I don't know the words to it, so I didn't.
Okay, and shout out to Niecy. Niece is on here today. Anybody on yours, baby?
Yeah, let me give some shout outs.
Hey, Nova. What's up, Felicia?
Shout out to everybody on IG too, though. Tyler, her badass.
Hey, Tyler, Lulu.
That's my boo, Lulu on here. Sean Jackson, Niece. LaShawn, what's up, LaShawn? A lot of people, man. Nova, what's up, Nova? See, Nova said I made her moist.
No, she did not say that. Ew. No. Listen, coming up after this next quick commercial break, we have got our first guest, Dave, and the Family Hustle.
Let's go.
Let's
be
do
right
it.
Back. Spotlight over the city.
We met one night in the summer. I never thought it would last. Now your lips are all I remember, and this heat wave got me wishing. This is like a dream I had. We were flying, holding on to hope like wings made of sand. Love was like a puzzle, and though it was trying, you held it all. Makes sense, even though it's crazy how I want you. Crazy how it feels to know you're one. See, I know we don't have odds in our favor, but is it crazy to hold? This is like a dream I had. We were flying, holding on to hope like wings made of sand. Your love was like a puzzle, and though it was trying, you held it all. Makes sense, even though it's crazy how I want you. Crazy how it feels to know you're the one. See, I know we don't have odds in our favor, but is it crazy to hold? Okay.
Well, we live or what?
All right. Well, hey,
Okay,
y'all,
welcome
you
back
know
to
it's a live
Spotlight
show,
Today,
so.
man. We live. We didn't know we was live, but we back.
Okay, then.
So are we with our guests? You
We
need to
got
go
our
to a
first
commercial,
guest?
'cause we're not clear. We're not clear, Mighty Mouse.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
well,
do
let's go to it. Well, our next guest is here.
That's right. Hey there. We have got Dave and the Family Hustle. Can we welcome him?
Yeah, welcome to the
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
show. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
How's everything?
Everything's wonderful. Can you hear us?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. You know what I mean?
Perfect. Good to hear you.
Welcome to Spotlight Over the City.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yes,
Without a doubt.
indeed. Yes, indeed. We've been looking forward to this for quite some time. What we would like to do is give you an opportunity to tell our viewers and listeners about yourself. Who is Dave and the Family Hustle? Where did that come from? How long have you been singing? You've got a great story to tell, and I want you to go ahead and tell it.
Absolutely. So my name's Dave. Kind of a regular guy, you know what I mean? Just where I don't work a 9 to 5, I work a 5 to 9. Got a family, been doing music a long time. My dreams of artistry actually kind of died down a long time ago. I tried to stay behind the scenes with just producing and writing and even managing a little bit and stuff. And life is unforgiving and it comes fast. So, kids start coming, house, you get kind of locked into making sure that you could be the, provider for your family and stuff. But music has always been a passion of mine, so it's never gone away. And in fact, God knows what he's doing. I probably wasn't ready for any kind of success in my younger years and stuff, but now I'm more mature. I know what my priorities in life are, so I'm able to still balance my life out with being a father and a husband, a career man, and still be able to make the time to pursue my dream that has never gone away. I mean, God put it in my heart a long, long time ago, and although I put it on the back burner many times, it just always comes back to the forefront. And now I'm just here, really sharing pieces of my life with the world and stuff. And I got Zenobia Records. It's the label that I'm signed to that is backing me now. And I got a nice buzz going. I got 2 singles out right now. Soul for hip hop. I was kind of locked in to your typical, rapper kind of stereotype and stuff, right? I mean, grew up a certain way, and every time I would get behind the mic, I always feel like I had to have that persona, if you will. And with the direction of my label now, they let me know that I have other stories to tell and stuff. So, Soul for hip hop, I'm sure that you guys are going to be able to relate to it, being a married couple. I'm married myself for 23 years, and a lot of the songs come from my experiences with my wife and the trials and triumphants and, just tribulations. So I'm looking forward to it. And again, thank you for letting me be on the show.
All right.
Sounds good. Not a problem. We're glad to have you.
Who are some of let's say your top 3 artists that inspired you?
Wow, I got to go back. So obviously, New Edition and Michael Jackson, as far as like performing, just being in front of the camera and dancing and the energy that they have, the music and the lyrics. As far as like rappers and that kind of stuff, I would have to say Houdini was probably one of the first groups that I could remember that really kind of started pushing me in that direction of wanting to be a rapper and stuff. So LL Cool J, of course, being out here in the West Coast, Tupac has some influence on me and stuff, who he did it, who anyone in those 90 eras, Tupac probably touched everybody. So, without any denying, but the more not up and coming, but the more relevant or recent artists would be J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Common. Those are some of the people that I really enjoy and stuff. But there's also a lot of underground artists that no one's heard about that I really admire, that are very talented, that have the opportunity of working with and stuff. So I'm hoping that this kind of opens the floodgate to a lot of talent that's out here in Pasadena.
Yes. Shout out to Pasadena, California. Well, I don't want to keep everybody waiting. Everybody's been following us this week, waiting to hear all about Dave and the Family Hustle. So let's get right to it. What are you going to be singing for us today?
Today, this is actually going to be a world premiere. That's how I've been kind of promoting it.
Woo!
Just for spotlight over the city.
Yes.
What's up? So we get this
world premiere.
Did you guys see that? We world premiere.
So the song is actually out. It's not out yet. It's called Gonna Stay, and it's basically just a story for the strong women that stand behind their men that out there grind and try and be a provider. And you don't always get to make popular decisions and get all the love all the time. Sometimes being the man of the household, you got to make the difficult decisions that might catapult you into the future financially or other. And that's what it's about. It's about my woman standing beside me rather, and helping me out throughout life and stuff. So that's what the song was about, and I hope you enjoy it.
Before you get into that, because after you sing, we wrap it right into commercial. Why don't you tell everybody how they can follow you and support your journey, your musical journey?
Yeah, absolutely. So my IG, all my Instagrams is basically at Dave the Hustler, and that's DAVDAHUSTLA. The name of the group is Dave and the Family Hustle. And that's also, different Instagrams and, Facebooks and all that kind of stuff. You could also catch me on my label, which is Zenobia Records. And, man, I'm just, you can follow me by following y'all now, right?
That's right. That's right. Spotlight family. Welcome to the Spotlight family. Let's get to it.
All right, without a doubt. So without further ado, this is my song, Gonna Stay. I don't know about the volume. Is that too loud?
No, you good.
It's good.
It's good? Gonna stay, y'all.
gonna stay. Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
You won't stay, cause I ain't give you no reason to leave. Prepared for the door, you baby, give you 100% of me, which is a blessing and a curse. But for whatever it's worth, I'ma love you till we dead in the dirt. Then I'ma find you in heaven, switch, won't let me first. Do anything to see it smile. Not the perfect guy, just committed to see it try. They refuse to not be who I am, cause how can I look you in the eye? I'd rather die, but instead let's fly. Let's soar like an eagle in the sky. Why ask why? Just go with it. Take my hand so we can say we did it. Never fit it, stay committed. It wasn't a pretty ride, but we both stuck with it. And it's gonna take work to keep us both from holding this earth. We just rolling out the grind to let our love get murdered. And praise and love and don't mean to be a jerk. I love how you hold it down, dodge the hearse. And don't worry, I'ma watch for snakes and try not to make matters worse. The success is my thirst, so I push through to get my music heard. I know how the systems hurt, but you gotta know that you always come first.
I don't like you sometimes, but I love you, babe. I can't take you sometimes.
Take me over my MacKenzie, baby.
Hey, let's do it.
I can't stand it sometimes, but I love you, babe. And I'm gonna stay. Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Sir, what you doing?
You said we'd be together forever, especially when times is like whatever. I bet if you stopped and counted these several, but you always believe things will be better. You always been it for me, and that's way better than money. You on the skipper, you my little buddy. You got a nutty, you got jokes, you try to be funny, but never been about money. Just wanted a man to make you laugh, take care of you, the kids, and stay on the right path. But sometimes things don't add up. Do the math, the smile was gone, and I took the hobo mask. Your heart was hurting, felt like all I wanted to do was smash, causing animosity. Don't remember the last time we laughed, just held hands. It's been more like I don't give a damn, but you need to understand, my commitment will always withstand. Hey, storm no issue, so dry your eyes, get some tissue. I can never live without you, cause all it takes is a long day and I miss you. You my queen, the mother of my children, so I can never diss you. But I'm addicted to the crime, so I just pray and hope you realize how much I need you.
I don't like you sometimes, but I love you, babe. I can't take you sometimes.
Family hustle, y'all.
But I love you, babe.
Spotlight over the city.
I can't stand it sometimes.
All for hip hop.
But I love you, babe.
Got a story to tell.
Stay. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna stay.
World premiere.
Hey! Yes!
Yes, indeed.
Appreciate it.
Love it.
All love, man. I like it a lot.
Like it a lot. Yes, that hook is nice.
Great job. Great job. You guys make sure you follow Dave and the Family Hustle.
That's right. We appreciate you again. And let us know if our platform can be of use to you in the future. And we will definitely be following your journey, Dave.
Man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers to you.
That's right.
Yeah, cheers,
That's right.
no doubt.
Cheers.
One more time.
All right, y'all. Coming up after this next commercial break, we have got a dynamic film director. Ibrahim Yella will be joining us next.
One more time. Spotlight of the City. We'll
That's
be right
right.
back.
Right back.
Just chilling. Came down here to make myself a couple sandwiches, and I noticed you had this shea butter on the counter. Like, whoa! So I thought I could borrow a couple of man, cause my little honey, she been ass shit lately.
What she using on my step right now, bro?
That's a little personal, but since you asked, I've been using that hotel lotion, and you know, like. I put it on after like 5 minutes. It's like she right back at you again.
Yeah, bro, man. Our hotel lotion is no good. She needs shea butter like whoa. That'll keep her moisturized all day long.
Shea butter like whoa. All right. Can I borrow some?
Yeah, bro, man. I think she really love it. So this one's on me. Oh.
Appreciate that.
And bro, man, don't put her on your sandwich.
Nah, but I'm sure gonna butter her buns.
that man, I see it underneath the hanging tree. He looks just like me. So tell me, am I really free? Could have been my mother crying for my brother. And everybody's praying for peace. But who's gonna protect us from the police? Keep these chains off me. 'Cause I don't wanna be another seed underneath the hanging tree. Pray for me. Lord, don't let me be another seed underneath the hanging tree. Brains on our bodies, the color of purple fruit, power of the blood, spent on the songs that don't give a damn about you. Just sometimes, am I just living to die? 'Cause the way they do my kind, I just wanna cry. Chains off me. I don't wanna be another seed underneath the hanging tree. Pray for me. Lord, don't let me be another seed underneath the hanging tree. Take these chains off me. Free me. I don't wanna be another seed underneath the hanging tree. Take these chains off me. Free me. Lord, don't let me be another seed underneath the hanging tree. Take these chains off me.
Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, and man, we are having a great time on this show today.
Yes, we are.
The energy is lit. Thank you guys for just being a part of this movement, first of all. A lot of people. I mean, Tawana Terrell, I want to say especially thanks to you. A lot of other people, but wow.
It's coming down. It's raining.
It's raining so hard. If we get any blinking or anything, we haven't yet. But if we do, it's because we're having a really bad storm
Blinky blink.
right now, and it's kind of interfering. We can hear it inside the building. So anyway, shout out to all of you at the sound of my voice that's been a part of Spotlight from day one. Those who are just joining us, thank you guys for part of the movement. If you want to become a sponsor, if you want to have anything run on Spotlight, even if it's just for one show, make sure you inbox us. Or matter of fact, you can inbox us, or you can hit us up on our. You can email us at contact.spotlightoverthecity@gmail.com. So that's contact.spotlightoverthecity@gmail.com. And
right.
we'll get right back to you. Let us know what your intent is. Also, if you want to be a part of Spotlight Over the City, you want to come on, you're a writer, singer, whatever you are, entertainer, comedian, whatever. Also inbox us or hit us up at contact.spotlightoverthecity@gmail.com and let us know. Send us a trailer, send us a bio, send us a pic, and we'll check you out from there.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for that, honey. So what do you all think about the question that someone sent into Spotlight Over the City? How many of you all have faced challenges or successes blending kids. Like, it's a difficult thing. I would say by far it's one of the most challenging things that you face when you're getting married and you have children and the other person has children or, something like that. It can be very, very challenging.
And it also depends on, a lot of times, the factor of how close you are to the other parent. Like, for instance, I'm cool with other parent. Like, I don't have an issue with the dad.
Other side, right?
And so, like, if that was the case, then that sometimes could be challenging.
That could bring extra drama, right?
Yeah, it definitely would. So all of those things are important. Like, just choosing your mate is important. Looking at those dynamics prior to, like, looking into those situations and seeing that they could elevate or escalate or whatever. Maybe not be a good situation.
Do you all believe that you should be given approval to spank the other person's child? If it's not your biological child, do you think that you should be able to beat them, discipline them?
That's a tough
Because to me,
question.
disciplining is broad. So that's why I say spank, because you can discipline a child verbally. You can discipline a child with, punishment. But do you believe that your spouse or significant other, if he's not the mama or the daddy, can they beat your child? Can they give them a spanking?
What you think, Facebook, IG? What do you guys think? What do you think?
Zoe says no.
You say no, Zoe?
Mighty Mouse, what do you think? When, can some other man spank your daughter? That's right.
Right.
Hey.
I say no, especially if you present. Like, if you're an active parent, then that's your job. Like, to be active. Like, say, for instance, little Dave. His dad is active. Mm-hmm. So if little Dave crossed the line to where I felt like that's too much, then I'm gonna call his dad.
Yep.
Like, I don't feel like if he
I'm gonna beat his ass.
Yeah, I'll call his. Well, you're not.
I beat him.
I'll call his dad. You're gonna hit the pillow. I'll call his dad, and his dad will get it together real quick. But he's just blessed. I'm blessed to have a son that's not.
Lisa
that
said
guy.
absolutely. Lena. Oh, that's not Lisa. I don't have glasses either.
What did she
hey,
say?
girl. She said absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Most people feel
So,
that way.
Is anybody on there saying absolutely? Like, do you have a situation where you allow your boyfriend, fiance to spank your child? Would you say? I mean, now,
I say
mind
no.
you guys are becoming one. You're gonna be a family.
Yeah.
Y'all get married or whatever. Not your boyfriend situation. That's different. I'm saying if you becoming a family.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when is it ever okay?
It's okay, I think, if you had entered my life.
Badass kids. They need their ass whooped.
If you had entered my life and my child was like 2 years old, so you're practically in the house raising that child from a little kid, right? Mm-hmm. And so they're going to be raised by your rules. So yes, you should be allowed to spank them in that situation. But if you enter a child's life at around 10, like pretty much to me, like 8 and up, no. Because they've been raised under a different set of rules, and they should be respectful to you. You should be able to discipline them, like verbally, but you cannot put your hands on them.
So let me ask you guys this, audience.
I don't think
let's
that's
let Facebook, IG, my grand scheme of audience. What do you do if you have you in this situation, and you have these children that belong to your fiance or whatever the case is, and they bad as hell, and they not respectful to you, right? And she does nothing. Like, then what do? You
got to just break up. You got to leave.
I say that.
It's not going to work.
It's definitely not going to work.
It's not going to work. You got to break up.
Yeah, because a lot of parents take the stance that you say, don't touch my kid, right? And I understand that because there's some real brutal stuff going on here. It's a lot of abuse, stuff like that going on. So if you have that situation, then how do you deal with the children? Because you still have to have a hold of your house. You can't let the children run your house.
Right.
And so then.
But there are many forms of discipline. So that's why I say, you can't beat the child if it's not your biological child unless you have been in that house when they were like a baby and raised the child.
And I agree. Once a child gets a certain age.
I mean, I know about, back in the day, old school. Mighty Mouse is our guest on the line. Back in the day, old school, they say, it takes a village, and your neighbors were able to put their hands on you. Anybody, your aunties and all of these people, and I get that and all, but times are different. And my dad is old; he's 91, so he is old school, and he did spank us. But he made it clear to every single family member and neighbor, you better not put your hands on my kids. Call me. But you can't do that. So he didn't believe in the you can beat your kid. Aunties can beat us. Nobody could beat us except him.
So I have a problem with a little bit of that. For instance, because if I'm with the child, say you at work or whatever, the child with me and we out. Mm-hmm. If this child can't be disciplined by me, because I'm the guardian,
right.
I have to, at that point that everything about this child is at my hands.
Yeah, I agree.
And so then if this child get to cutting up or doing some idiot stuff or something, they in my possession, it's tough for me to wait to get home and get it. I mean, like, I'm going to get your ass together. Like,
yeah.
I can't let you get out of pocket too
It's
far.
tough.
So
It's tough.
It is tough.
It's tough. I'm just glad that, that for us, David hasn't been a type of child that require, when you all go out alone together, you don't have situations where you felt like you needed to pull out the belt. And
no, not at all.
Yeah, I'm just fortunate that we don't have that.
I'm super fortunate in a lot of situations. Your girls, for the most part, were amazing. Like, they were girls. And so they had attitudes and moods and stuff.
And they were used to it just being us. And so it took them a long time to adjust. But I think it's a beautiful situation now. Pops, you've now turned. He went from Stan, like, no, he went from when this nigga going home to Stan to hey Pops.
Yeah. So I guess
it was phases.
It's stages.
It was levels.
I came into their life at a point where they had to I had to grow on them. They had to trust.
Yeah.
Which I say.
And know that he's not gonna leave their mom
or
and
carry their mom.
Right.
Take advantage of you or nothing.
And once
like
they
that.
saw how well you take care of me and how good you are to me and how you protect me and how you are so good to them, they were like, yes, I'm so good. They always say to me now, and this fills my heart, they be like, I want what you and Stan got. I want that. Okay. Well, we do have one more guest. We enjoy shooting the breeze with you all. We love it. So keep sending in your comments. I'm reading them, and we'll be responding later tonight. But we do have a phenomenal film director waiting on the line for us. He said he was on set today, so we might have some movie action going on in the background.
Talk about these sets and stuff. I'm trying to get on the set.
Yes, let's welcome Ibrahim. Yeah, we're going to call him Ham.
To the
building. Woo!
What's up, partner?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
We can see.
Hey, hi guys.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? I'm so sorry, man. I'm on set, so it might be a little noise and distraction from that regular production stuff.
Nah, you good. Hey, every time I've seen you, you had that same look and that same tenacity. You was always on set, and you was always driven and hollering and get this, dude. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah.
I can't make it up.
Yeah, all love, man. Good to have you on.
Yes, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. So you're on set now. What's going on in your life right now, sir?
Well, actually, right now I'm on the set of a Rotimi and Wale video shoot. And, right now we're almost done. We actually have like 2 more setups. We're on the second to last setup. And it's going good, man. I've been here since like 10 o'clock today. So we're making good time. In the meantime, right after this, I have to continue prepping. I'm producing a Christmas movie actually, in Virginia. That's going to be shooting in the next 2 weeks. And then right after that, I got another movie I'm producing, Wall Street. And then right after that, another Christmas movie right up until December. So it's a lot of work.
You might have to back that up. Did you say Black Wall Street?
Hey, shout out to Black Wall Street. I'm president of DMV Black Wall Street, man. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, yeah. That Black Wall Street is serious, man. I can't talk too much about it, but just know it's going to be something pretty big.
I'm looking forward to that for sure. And so you right on set now, huh? You say Wale and who you shooting
Rotimi.
with? Rotimi and Wale got a video?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
Rotimi
lit.
From Power.
Wow. Yeah. So listen, this pandemic hasn't slowed down work for you. How has this whole coronavirus quarantine impacted your life as a director?
Nah, actually, what's so interesting is that I actually wrote the actual guidelines along with my production team for going back into production. So hold on real quick. All right, guys, let's clear the world. Cameras up.
I love it.
Just might as well camera up, guys. Let's do it. Get haze up, guys. Let's get a haze up. Art department, haze me up. Thank you. So basically, yeah, it's been, honestly, I've been working since the end of June, I think it was, or middle of June. And, we had to actually create all the guidelines for the COVID safety production guidelines on set. And honestly, the 3 months of quarantine that we actually took was the time that I took to actually use that to develop this those guys.
Wow.
Hey, Ham, you amazing, brother. You doing some
So
amazing
we sent
things.
it to SAG. Thank you, man.
Yeah, you doing some amazing
Thank
stuff.
you, man. Just trying, man.
Well, can we talk for
Thank
just a
you.
quick minute about The Available Wife? Can you give us any insight as to what's next for that?
Well, actually, Available Wife at this point now is heading to ABFF, for it's been chosen as one of the official selections for ABFF. And then once from there, probably gonna go to network. Probably gonna go to network. So it's doing it's doing numbers. It's making some noise. So and that's a good thing because now we have our second film in ABFF this year.
I'm so super excited. And we cannot let you go anywhere without talking about All In, right? So that recently was on BET. It is a great, great movie. And how is it doing? Are you able to know how is it doing on BET so far?
Actually, the numbers should be getting back to me, I think, by Monday.
Okay.
And I'll be able to find out the numbers that it did. Yeah, so, but I mean, we had y'all tuning in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it did well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're doing some amazing work, brother. I salute you, man. Shout out to Dresser and that whole team over there, man. You guys are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. I know you're busy, so we're not gonna hold you too long.
Yeah. Anything else coming up, Ham? That we said you got a Christmas movie coming up, right? And Black Wall Street. Anything else you want our viewers and listeners to know that to look for from you?
I mean, honestly, as with BET, All In will be airing again.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Hold on, let me run this real quick. Hey guys, you ready? All right, hold the smoke. Pictures up.
I love it.
And roll. Camera, please. Speeding. Roll. Playback. Yeah, other than that, man, like I said, just producing these next movies for the next 3 to 4 months. All In is still going to be in rotation, so that's a beautiful thing. And then obviously Available Wife the next year. We did do some BT shorts for the mental health and also cancer, and we just had our short there on BT last week. So stay tuned for like the rest of the year throughout the year up until October.
Cool stuff.
Right. Man, we're gonna let you go, man. I see you in the mix right now, and it's a beautiful thing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. All love from over here. Thank you for coming on Spotlight.
Yes,
City,
y'all
bro.
give it up. Woo! That is so cool.
Hand,
yes,
as
right.
You can see, we caught him working.
That's right.
Right in the mix and shooting a hell of a video too.
That's right. Wale and Rotimi.
Wale and Rotini making a lot of noise with that last single he put out there.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure this one gonna be devastating as well. So. Hey,
I think so too. Hey, man,
I like it, man. We got some amazing guests, as you can see on Spotlight over the City.
We're not finished with amazement though. We have a Grammy-nominated songwriter that's going to be closing the show. So we're going to run about another 1 or 2 commercials, and we'll be back.
We'll be right back after these 2 commercials. Spotlight over the City, baby.
This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My rifle is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it, as I must master my life. My rifle without me is useless. Without my rifle, I am useless. I must fire my rifle true. I must shoot straighter than my enemy who is trying to kill me. I must shoot him before he shoots me. I will. My rifle and my son know that what it is war. Not the rounds we fire, the poison of our burst, or the smoke that we make. We know that it is the hits that count. We will hit. My rifle is human, and as I does in my life. The soldiers have faith. Faith in every single day. choice to believe in something bigger than us, a battle to protect our humanity, put a shield around freedom, to connect with one another, brotherhood, the family, to trust and be trustworthy, to accept pain and understand it, because in being the exact same thing, we are District 14.
Just chilling. Came down here to make myself a cup of sandwiches. And I know you had this shape, but on the counter, like, whoa. So I thought I could borrow a couple of man, because my little honey, she been and that's a little personal. But you asked, I use that hotel load. You know, like, after I put it on, after like 5 minutes, it's like she right back at you again.
Yeah, bro, man, that hotel lotion is no good. She needs shea butter like whoa. That'll keep her moisturized.
Shea butter like whoa. All right. Can I borrow some?
Yeah, bro, man. Make sure you really love it. So this one's on me.
Appreciate that.
Man, bro, man, don't put on your
Nah, but I'm sure gonna butter her bun.
Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, and we are back.
We are back just like that.
So we had a bunch of questions and a bunch of statements made about that last
Let's
segment.
see what people talking about.
So what y'all talking about on it? Blended families was the subject.
Blended families. Charlene said, Terry and Stan, great show on blended families. I have 5, and my husband have 5. They respect me, and mine respect him, but all of our kids are grown, so we really don't have too much of a disagreement. It's just more advice at this point.
Right.
Wow, 5. Wait a minute, Charlene, just so I can make sure I understand. You had 5, he had 5, so y'all got 10?
They got 10. They grown, so that's different. See, most of them probably out the house.
I love a big family, though.
Been raised. So see, it was tough too, because when you come in, when your girls are so-called grown, like they're at the age where they were already past that 19 and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So they wasn't used to having a man, like you said, a man around. And so it depends too on when you come in the life of the person. Are the kids young?
That's true.
Are the kids old?
Very true. That matters.
Stuff, you know?
That matters. Lena said her father isn't her blood father, but he never hit her. That made her respect him more, and because he always talked to her and hit her.
Her stepfather?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Nova said, nope, do not hit my child, call me. Yes, y'all, I need to make Correction, though. Earlier on the show when we did Spotlight Sports, and I talked about Russell Wilson, it was not him. It's Patrick Mahomes, who is the highest paid quarterback now with the new deal he signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, and now he's part owner of the Kansas City Royals. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, so that was out bad.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of different scenarios with that blended family thing, though. And I think most people do agree that you shouldn't just come in trying to be a disciplinarian on people's children. You have to get the respect of the child. And
Yes,
if
that's
you
important.
get the respect of the child, in my opinion, you won't have to discipline them. They just respect you. You know, like,
Absolutely.
You won't have to be touching up people's kids and all that. I wouldn't advise it. I don't think.
Yeah, like I said, unless you have been in that house with that child from, almost from birth, raising the child under your rules, or like you said, like if you out at the mall with somebody, with my child, and he's like 5, 6 years old, 7, whatever, and he acting a fool and is being like, you don't tell me what to do, and then kicking and doing all this stuff, you gonna have to get that ass together right in that moment.
Right. Now, see, that's what I was going to say. But see, that's where I say the respect level. If I didn't have the respect of the child, we ain't at the mall.
Yeah.
Because I know I ain't going to be able to whoop that ass.
Right.
So I know if you get to cutting up, I'm have to whoop that ass. So rather than put myself in that position, I'm going to just leave you home and you go with your mom to the mall because your mama is the one who can touch you up. So you need to go with her. That's why I say if you're in my possession, I'm in charge of you.
Mm-hmm.
Also responsible for you.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I get to put my hands on you if you don't do right.
Yeah. So, I mean, y'all, it can be challenging, but it definitely is situational. It just depends. It's so many different scenarios and different situations that, could sway my answer on that. But for the most part, I say no, unless it's your biological child or you raised the child from birth, And I'm not a big, and like Stan said, he's right. He's more of a disciplinarian than I am. I'm not a disciplinarian type of parent. I beat David twice. He's 12, and I've spanked him twice in his life, 12-year-old life. And both of my daughters have gotten beatings twice from me. The youngest daughter got beat more than twice, but not from me. I only had to beat him twice. And, I'm just not that type of girl. And I only got 2 beatings in my life. My daddy beat me only 2 times.
Again, not a disciplinarian.
But he was. I was afraid of him. We didn't do anything because we knew that we were going to get beat. We didn't want to get beat. So we just didn't do anything to get beat.
So then if you have a child, like say a child is with you, children know when to act up, when not to act up. And most of the time.
That's true.
Yeah. And so most of the time, like I would never have to worry about little Dave. But if you have a child, like for instance, we went to Canada one time when we was young. And my mother took us. Mm-hmm. We had cousins and all these different relatives with us. 2 of my cousins got caught stealing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they was with my mother. They was trying to apprehend my mother. Like, you in charge of these kids, right? And they stealing while they with you.
Right, they under your care.
Yeah, exactly. So this is my point. If I'm putting myself out there to be in that position, then I'm going to have to be able to be a disciplinarian when you're with me, or you can't leave your kids with me.
That's very true.
You can't leave them with me if I can't discipline them.
That's true.
Because then they're going to try to handle me funny.
Right.
And
that's true. And so again, but discipline can come in many forms. You don't have to hit the children to be the discipline. Do you all believe that that's the way to discipline? The only way? There are other ways. You can discipline verbally. You can discipline by stern punishment. There are different ways that you can discipline. Taking things away. That's a form of discipline. So it's different things. And then you have to evaluate the crime. I mean, what's the crime committed? What did the child do? What warrants a beating as opposed to yelling or saying go to your room, whatever. All of those things come into play.
Yes.
My dad I slammed the door. I was maybe about 11, and I slammed the door in my mother's face because I didn't like what she said. And I walked out and I was like, boom. And my dad was on my ass before I could even take the next 2 steps, okay? And I ain't never slammed another door in my life. You hear me? I ain't slammed no more doors. So that's all it took.
Got that butt together.
He got it together. You will not disrespect your mother.
Yeah.
We don't play that.
Respect.
Yeah, it's about respect. So, yeah. It's an interesting journey, and I'm glad that God chose you at this point in my life because you really you were patient and you dealt with some things that maybe I wouldn't have dealt with for on the other side with teenagers. They were teenagers and it was hard.
Yeah,
So,
they wasn't bad though. They was pretty respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, typical teenagers.
Typical teenage stuff. What they saying on here? Let's see. You can't be here for 2 months and think you're gonna put your hands on my child. I know that's right.
Go. Look.
That's right. You need to learn
don't be touching my kid.
You need to learn what discipline works for each uniquely designed child. Beatings made me act up.
Talking your mic.
Beatings made me act up. But when I was talked to one-on-one, it got my ass together. So see, again, I agree with you, Lena, because I don't think beating children is the end all and be all. And if you don't get beatings, that means you weren't disciplined. For someone in Lena's situation, she said that beating her made her act out more, made you do more bad things. But when you got talked to and you were made to understand maybe what you did wrong and right from wrong, then that got you together. So you got to know your children too.
Yeah, I remember my son put his hands down to his side at 3 and said, "Ooh," because I told him to go upstairs and get his room together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so what I saw was a little me, and I saw he was trying to jockey for position. So he had to find out who gonna do what.
Mm-hmm.
See, children learn at young. Y'all remember this? This is how far it goes back. When an infant is born, they cry their ass off while they in that daggone room because they want to see if you're gonna come in there, how fast, how often, and come and get them. So they're already trying to manipulate. So if you decide to run in that room, you're gonna hear a lot more crying.
Yeah.
If you decide to leave that little ass in there and stretch them lungs out a little bit, they'll learn that no one's coming so fast and shut the hell up. So this starts at an early age. Then you'll see them get about 1.5, and they'll do like this, and you'll go, and they'll stick it back, they'll look at you side-eye, right? And then they're going to do it again while they're looking at you, because they got to test the waters one more time, see if you were serious. And then you're going to hit it again, and then the tears going to come out. They got to play with you to see. So by the time they 4, they already master manipulators. You just didn't know. So by the time they're 4 years old, they already know certain people going to do certain stuff because they sharp. And so that's why you got to know when you get with Stan going to tap that ass a little bit if you get a little goofy, or pop that lip or something and tell you, go ahead, slow down, go sit down. And like back in the day, well, grown folks, you be talking, and your old folks talking, and you walk up there all goofy, what they say? Go sit down, grown folks talking, don't even look at you, and just keep on, go ahead, Martha, finish what you said. See? So nowadays, kids come in the house, what's for dinner? I don't want that. See? Well, for dinner, whatever the hell I'm cooking is for dinner. That's how we grew up. Now, it's what do you want? You want me to go to McDonald's, Chick-fil-A? You want me to go to Sakura's? You want me to go, what you want me to do?
Not in my house. Tierra and Tyler would tell you, if they didn't want what I cooked, I said, well, then you must not be hungry. Then eat some damn cereal, because that's what I got. I didn't do all of that accommodating. If you don't eat what we have, then you're not hungry. If you get hungry enough, you'll eat it.
That will actually, I've been at people's houses and the children come in and ask what they getting to eat, and they say, I don't want that. And then the parents actually will say,
they do what they
want. What do you want me to get?
They'll accommodate it.
What do you need?
That's Cheryl. Cheryl will do that. With son wants something different.
If you pass like 8, 10, and you come to my house talking crazy about some food, and you don't like what's going on in the kitchen, you're going to have to figure it out real quick. You can't tell me I don't want that, because you're going to be hungry as hell.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be right in, your stomach going to touch your back.
Hey, Mighty Mouse, the gas on yet?
That's what happened.
Okay.
See, so these new age parents, they rock a little different because they're younger. They having babies young. Like, so they still be teens, and they grown up with their babies and this and that.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, they just...
I was young, though. I was 23 when I had Tierra. So, you know,
You was 23?
I was 23 when I had my first one, and there are pros and cons to doing that, right? You know, I had the energy to be at the Smithsonian and all the museums. We went everywhere. Here comes David. I ain't going to no damn museums anymore. So he gets the short end of the stick because I don't have the same level of energy that I had in my 20s. But he, you know.
That's where I come from. I'm still young and spry. So that's why you got me. Because I take them to do that. I can do all that, run around, play
young
balls.
And spry?
Yeah. I'm still young and spry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep you together so I won't have to push you, because I don't want to have to do that. Because I still... Actually,
I am the young one in the bunch.
in age.
I'm the young one in the group. So, yeah, I think that was a really good question. So whoever sent that in to us,
Yeah,
thank
great
you.
question.
That was a great
question. A lot
question.
of people suffer from that, like with the blended families.
Hell
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna talk to mainly the mothers right here. I think this is important to say. If you are, because most mothers do it over the fathers. If you are a mom, single mom, and you letting men come into your life to date you, be very selective. Don't ever make a choice with your children with the man governing that decision. Always base it on your relationship with your children and the man having to come in and respect that relationship. Yep. If you don't, you're going to lose that child in the turn because the child won't respect you coming in and slighting them, because what I call slighting a child and trying to put this man in front of this child. I don't think you should ever do that, because one thing I know for sure and two for certain, that child and you are always going to be blood. You and this new jack may never be blood. And so when you going to have blood going to stay. That man may leave, that woman may leave. So always make sure that child is in a good place, even in that relationship. If they uncomfortable with this man or woman and they feel a way about that person, try to get that together before you unite and become a unit. Because you're going to keep this person uncomfortable, and that's your child.
That's right.
And you don't want to slight your child for nobody.
That's right.
For nobody.
For nobody.
Yeah. And if you're a real man, you wouldn't let a woman do it.
Yeah. I agree with all of that, baby. Mighty Mouse, can we go, when you're done, can we go to a commercial and we'll bring Alvin in? Yeah, I think we have a Alvin Garrett video. I believe I sent that.
All right, and shout out to Urban Style Media. We over here rocking.
They getting it together.
Yeah, we got
They getting it together. True love.
And so y'all enjoying the show?
Yes, y'all enjoying the show today? Thank you for tuning in to Spotlight Over the City.
We really appreciate it. Appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Each and every Thursday, you can catch us doing this fun stuff each and every Thursday at 7 to 8:30. And guess what? Next week is our we started a segment for my birthday show where we crank out the last 15 minutes with DJ Skills.
DJ Skills
it's
in
the
building.
First of the month crank session. The first Thursday of the month session next week.
Next week.
That's right.
Usual.
We got a great show next week too. So
we do, and we really appreciate you guys. And before we get on, make sure that you guys always stay subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want to make sure you go. All of our shows are there. Also follow us on www.spotlightoverthecity.com. Make sure you also go to our YouTube channel. On our YouTube page, Spotlight Over the City, and stay locked in.
And make sure you share the show if you don't mind sharing the show, because
appreciate it.
We appreciate it. That's how we keep this spotlight movement going. It's a lot of people who, believe it or not, if you're in the DMV and you still don't know about Spotlight Over the City, you must have been living under a rock. But we want you to know about it, so we need y'all to go ahead and share the show so that all of your friends and family can join the Spotlight movement. And I actually have a prize to give away. I don't have it here to show it, but I'll show it on a live feed tonight when we get home. But I want to give away a really nice shirt. But the key is I'm trying to find the person that watches the show. First, you have to have been born in the year 1970, which is the same year I was born. So who was born in 1970, first of all? And if you were born in 1970, were you born in July of 1970? I'm looking for someone born in July of 1970. And so I have a prize for you.
Be born in July.
July of 1970.
So how do they collect the prize?
They're going to hit me up on either one of these comments or in our inbox or something. And you're going to show me something that confirms that you were born in July of 1970. And I have a really nice prize to send you. And I'll get it out to you ASAP. You're going to love it. July of 1970.
I happen to know what it is, and it's a really nice gift. It's nice.
Yes. So I need to know if you, we're going to go to a commercial break, though. Let's go.
Okay. We'll be right back right after this commercial. Spotlight Over the City. Gang, gang.
One night in the summer, I never thought it would last.
underneath the hanging tree. He looks just like me. So tell me, am I really free? Could have been my mother crying for my brother. And everybody's praying for peace. But who's gonna protect us from the police? Keep these chains off me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spotlight Over the City. And man, we got us a +1, and it's an amazing guest. He's going to close out the show for us. So, wifey, you want to give us a little bit of his accolades?
I do. We have got an amazing Grammy-nominated songwriter, and he's also an artist himself. We've got the amazing Alvin Garrett in the building.
Let's give it up.
Hello. Welcome to Spotlight Over the City, sir.
Yeah, welcome to the party.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing great, man. You know like a Grammy winner over there.
Hey, you know, I have to make sure I do my COVID push-up regimen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Hey, well, you doing your thing, man, and congratulations on all you got going on.
Yes, I wanted you to take a moment before we have you close the show with this amazing new single you got. I wanted to take a moment for you to just give a little bit about your background and your history and some of the artists that you have written songs for, and give us all those good details.
All right, well, the short version. I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Roll Tide, got to put that out there. Came to college in Birmingham. I'm a bass guitarist. Started off in church. Best friend Ruben Studdard won American Idol. We had a band together. Went on the road with him. Got into production, songwriting. I was inspired, honestly, by my good friend PJ Morton, who I was in a band with back then called Freestyle Nation. And just over the years, just kept investing in studio equipment, kept writing, and somehow it just got a little better and better and started getting engagements. First ones were with an artist named Noel Gourdine.
Love him.
Yeah, Noel Gourdine. I did a lot of records on his album Fresh to Definition, which is, if you ever go back and listen to that album, you'll hear a lot of my presence on that. And then that sort of led me to some work I did with Joe on the album Evolution of R&B Double Back. And
I heard that. I heard that Joe is one of your favorite artists. I was listening to one of your interviews on the K-Man Kelly show, and I said, "Oh yeah, you're a Joe fan. Me too."
Oh yeah. So that was like a dream come true as a writer to be able to write for Joe, and was able to get 4 singles with him. I'd Rather Have Love, If You Lose Her, Love and Sex Part 1 and 2. So that was a good run for me. I did a lot of gospel work as well with my man Fred Durkins with Dark Child Gospel. So I've written a lot of songs, like Trinity 5-7, Dietrich Haddon, for those in the gospel world. So I made my rounds, but I'm excited to come around to my favorite artist, which is myself.
Yourself. Yes. So you've written all these amazing songs for all these artists. Have you always involved yourself as an artist too, or you just decided, you know what? Why am I writing all these songs for all these people? I can do it for myself.
Nope, that's not how it went down.
How did that happen?
I never wanted to be an artist. Honestly, I was always the behind the scenes guy, the business, the musician, the musical director. When your best friend wins an American Idol, you're not thinking, yeah, I want to do what he does. No, you want to write all of his hits. Didn't quite work out that way because, as I learned, there's a lot more politics and protocol involved. No matter what your relationship is on a personal level, you gotta earn your way into that game. So honestly, I just got told no a lot.
Wow.
You're trying to get on, and people keep telling you no, Kelly, And my dad, who's I like to always shout my dad out. He's my pastor, Alvin Garrett, #1. He just always listened to my music and said, "Why are you trying to give all these great songs away?" He said, "Listen to them, but imagine yourself singing them," which I had never done. So I would send 15, 17, 18 songs out at a time, and they literally sound like albums. He said, you should sing your own songs. And so I just kind of trusted him, gave it a shot. 2012, released my first solo project called Expose Yourself. It was a good, sexy R&B record. Perfect. And just kind of honestly believe my dad. It just kind of stumbled into it. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. You have a really interesting journey. Okay, so before we let you go into this new song, tell us a little bit about this new single. How did it, how did it come about? And also, what can our viewers and listeners look forward to coming up down the road from Alvin Garrett?
Okay. I think I heard you say, how did this single, Something Different This Time, come about?
Yes.
Yes. The murder of George Floyd, there was a response from all of America that was different than what we had seen before with this type of thing. Like I always say, that one that hit me more in the heart was Philando Castile. He did everything right. Not that anybody else ever see that kind of fate, but that hit me because his baby was watching. You see what I'm saying? And America didn't have the type of response that they had with George Floyd. When I say white America. So for me, I'm like, why does this one hurt everybody so differently? Why y'all crying now? Why you reaching out saying, hey man, I'm calling all my black friends? What was so different this time? And that struck me because I didn't know what was different. I just noticed, and I think everybody was feeling it. You seen everybody, Black Lives Matter, that never heard that from before. Yeah. Something different, truly different this time. With my new project, The Awakening, I discovered what was different. I went on a personal journey, meditating, talking and sort of researching, just to see what is different this time. What do I feel is different? And this project speaks to my thoughts on that, and it's a very good project in terms of the conversation. Yeah. So Alvin, real quick, we're having a really bad storm. It's part of the reason why we're having the technical. But if you guys can just leave us so we don't care about the glitching. It's glitching because we have a storm. We put your picture up, so they may not be able to see you live, but we have your picture in a split screen. So if you were wondering, that's the reason, because we're having a really bad storm. So we're gonna push through.
Yeah, it's coming down over here on this side. Alvin, where are you located?
I'm in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh,
I am.
Shout
out Birmingham.
Tell your people, take that in out of my name. Tell them, take that in out of my name.
Mighty Mouse is Alvin Garrett. Garrett. There's no N.
Yeah.
ETT.
Now, see, if I was one name artist like Joe, that'd be real simple.
So, Alvin,
we got you though, and I'm glad you spoke up, because that's right. Protect your brain.
What's your favorite Joe song? I'm just curious.
My favorite Joe song?
Uh-huh.
The one I wrote.
How did I know you was going to say that?
I'm just keeping it real. That's my favorite one, because I wrote it. And he sounds really, really good singing it. I just keep it real. Okay, so now I have a more challenging question for you. What is the favorite song that you've written for an artist? Like, what is that song, your favorite one that you've written for whatever artist it is?
Woo. And do you have one you wish you would have kept for yourself?
Two-part question.
Well, I did keep my favorite. Actually, I have one answer for both questions. There was one song that I wrote called By Myself that everybody was trying to get me to give away. Right? So when they heard it, they were like, yo, that's a smash. Like, this gonna make your career. Like, get this one to this. And I wouldn't give away. Like, this was the one I said, no, I cannot part ways with this song. It's too personal. I just kind of came up with my friend, Mr. Jerkins. I give a shout out to my man. He's like, never get married to a song. Yeah. He's like, hey, you can always write another one. A good writer has never written his best song. So I always feel like there's more in me. So I try not to get married to where I regret giving a song to somebody. I just write another one.
I like that.
This one, I would have regretted it.
I like that.
I stood my ground, and I kept it, and it worked out for me. It put me on the path to where I am today, talking to you guys. If it wasn't for that song, I don't believe I would be here today.
Love it. Wow, you got any more questions for him? Because before we get to Something's Different this time.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for that song. But Tell me the one person that inspired you the most when it comes to singing. And also, if you had to give one up, would it be singing or writing?
I can't hear you guys on this side.
Okay, I'm going to pose that question. Stan was asking, tell us the one song. Can you hear me, Alvin? Hold on, Alvin.
Yeah, leave it like this. It's all right.
Did we lose him?
No, he worked. 1 second.
All right, y'all know this live TV, this live, so
Yeah,
you know,
we live.
things happen.
Put it through. Yeah, leave that one hooked up. It doesn't. As long as we can hear him, we good.
If you're talking, I can't hear you. I think.
All right. Can you hear us now?
Disconnect.
Yeah, I don't want to hang up.
I'm starting to hear you now.
Wait a minute.
You can hear us now?
You coming in? You still got that helicopter going on. I hear
we're going to try
helicopter.
to land the plane. We're going to land the plane.
Ask the question. I forgot what your question was now.
Oh, I asked who inspired you the most when it comes to singing, and would you choose writing or singing if you had to take a choice? Pick a choice.
Whew. If I had to choose, had you asked me that in before 2015, I would have chosen to write. If I had to make a choice, I love them both equally. But if I had to make a choice, pre-2015, I would have chosen to stay in the background and be a writer.
Okay.
Post-2015, I'd rather sing.
I know that's right.
That's what's up.
Because I realized the impact of my words and my voice with my music. After that song that I spoke about by myself, when I saw the people change, you know, the lives that it touched, the inspiration, I felt that my voice was needed in this industry, you know. So now I would choose my voice over writing for other people.
I love it.
Excellent.
I love it. Well, listen, we're going to wrap up soon so we can close the show with your amazing single. I want you to let people know how they can support your music and follow your journey and give out all your information.
Yeah, your IG, Facebook, whatever. We losing?
Uh-oh. I'm having trouble hearing you. I'm gonna type your man over here in this little box.
Did we I said I want you to
translate for you. Tell him to translate for you just in case I can't hear. I know you.
I wanted you to give out your information and so people can know how to support your music and follow your musical journey. Give out all your 411.
Awesome. I would say go to alvingarrett.com. That'll lead you to everything. My social media, you know, and the Alvin Garrett, as you can see, is my Facebook, Instagram. All of that is the Alvin Garrett. But it's streaming everywhere. This particular project and all my other music is streaming everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music. I think it's on Tidal, but I know that it's on all of the major digital platforms. Just go check it out, Alvin Garrett.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, baby. Any closing remarks? Because we closing out after you, Alvin. So we're going to get it lit in here with your single.
No, I just want to say congratulations, man. You have some big accolades, and you're really humble about it. But a lot of people don't know that the money is in the pen, and your pen can go a long ways. You could be 79, 89, 109 years old and still shoot that pen without a voice. So congratulations to you for finding both, man.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to this single.
I appreciate that. And I always encourage independent artists or business people, you know, just find a way to stay in the game. You know what I mean? For me, I'm a musician and I always allow myself to learn more along the way. And don't just say, well, I'm going to be this one thing. So just have a diverse taste, but always staying open-minded, willing to learn, give you more of a shot to where if something doesn't work out the way you hope, something else can still build on top of that. So I'm just grateful that along the way, I've accomplished a lot, but I still have so much more to accomplish. And so those are my closing remarks. Never stop dreaming. My motto is keep climbing. You know, you can't get on the hill if you're afraid to take an L. So keep dreaming and keep climbing towards the dream, you know.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so very much, Alvin, for being a part of our Spotlight family. We always tell our guests, once you're part of our Spotlight family, you're stuck with us. So anytime that our platform can be of use for you on your musical journey, we are here. The answer is yes.
Yes. So in other words, I'm stuck with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stuck, man.
Let's get to it.
Yeah,
we do. We've got Alvin Garrett. Yes.
All right. Let's see if I sound as good as the record. All right, y'all let me know.
Let's get it.
We all know this. Things hurt. Things hurt us. And we have to look at the world this way. Something different this time. Oh, yes it is. Something different this time. Oh, I know something different this time. Oh, something different this time. Maybe it's the way tears are falling down, falling a little harder this time. And this time they fall from your eyes. Maybe it's the way, maybe it's the way that we all feel so breathless this time around. Oh, I don't know, I don't know. All I can say is something different this time. There's something different this time. Something different this time. Yeah, yeah. Something is different this time. Maybe a change will come. People are hurting. People are hurting inside. Wondering why this keeps happening. Why this keeps happening? Oh, why? Why? It takes so long to say that it's wrong when we die. When we die, by the hand that she always say something different. I believe in my soul. Something different this time. Oh, something different. Oh, yeah. Something different this time. Thank you.
Man, something is definitely different this time.
Yes.
I want to shout out Mr. Alvin Garrett. Thank you for that amazing song, man. Make sure you guys follow Alvin Garrett. He's an amazing artist. Also an amazing person, man. I thank you for being a part of the Spotlight. We got to get ready to wrap it up because we out of time. We ran over time. We had a little technical difficulties because of the weather, but we weathered the storm. How about that, y'all?
Alvin, thank you.
And so
thank y'all for having me. Let's definitely stay in touch, man. I appreciate you guys.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. We got, like I said, we got to wrap it up. But make sure you always remember this. Speak what you seek until you see what you say. Speak what you seek until you see what you say. Love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight over the city.
Woo!